All right, welcome back to Studio 40 Live. Here we go. Yes, here we go with the seasonings. This is awesome. Summer's winding down, but it doesn't matter about that. Who cares about that? You can still be cooking and you can cook all year long. You're going to have to season everything. And these guys, I think they've got it down. I haven't tried it yet, but man, when I'm looking at some of these blends, it's got to be good to go. All right, we've got Kyle, we got Stephanie, Oden. Good to see you guys. How are you today?
Thanks, great.
You guys doing
Happy
good?
to be here.
All right, tell us about the biz and why, whoever wants to start, why you decided to get into the spices.
Kick us off?
Yeah.
Sure. So we are Oden's Kitchen, husband and wife team duo right here.
Okay.
We're local to the greater Sacramento area and really
Cool.
just, I would say more him. He's our spice genius. He's very passionate about cooking, always has been.
That's
And
a good thing
so
for the spouse to say, genius. You gotta like to hear that, don't you?
Yeah, once in a while it's
He's
nice.
the spice genius.
I like eating it. He likes cooking.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, he's kind of over time perfected these blends. And so really what we're doing now is kind of sharing it with the community and we packaged it up in a bottle and putting it out there for everyone to share.
And you're good to go. All right, genius over there. Tell us, about some of the blends. We got them right there that we can kind of see. What do you have? What's your specialty here?
So right now we've got what we call our classic blends. We've got the three, so our all-purpose, which is really kind of a versatile spice blend that really can go on anything. So I love it on ribs. I use it on steak. Our family eats fish once a week, so it's a really good on salmon. My middle child loves it on shrimp. He begs for shrimp every week. We got our basic blend, which is what we call our kitchen spice basics. So salt, pepper, garlic, onion.
I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. You can't go wrong with that, right?
Yeah, no, that's kind of our go-to.
Yeah.
If you want just to.
Recently tried it on mashed potatoes.
Oh,
so Thanksgiving
there we go.
is coming up.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I would do that on mashed potatoes.
Perfect seasoning for mashed potatoes. And then we've got our third, the steak seasoning here, which we made a little bit more granulated specifically for those larger cuts, tomahawks, roasts, big beef ribs, things like that.
Like that. All right, the packaging. Who came up with the packaging? The logo on there and all that good stuff. That looks really cool.
So that was kind of a dual effort. So our last name is Oden, O-D-E-N. That comes from my father's Norwegian side.
Okay.
Growing up, I was called Oden as a nickname, but can often be confused with the Norse god Odin, O-D-I-N. And so as we were coming up with branding, we were like, why don't we use that into our branding? It's a strong, recognizable image with the Viking god there.
I like that. Wow, this is awesome. Perfect stuff. Okay, so now you brought some sandwiches.
Yes.
Now, you don't make the food.
No.
You just make this, but you brought in some samples here too. So what did you bring in? So and what's on what? Maybe I'll take one little bite of something.
Sure. So we've brought in some tri-tip sliders. I barbecued the tri-tip this morning, but we wanted to bring in a combination of each of the blends here. And so we made an aioli that is used with our all-purpose.
Okay.
We made some caramelized onions that we used our basic blend on, and then with the tri-tip we used our steak seasoning, and then we did a homemade chimichurri in the middle there. So help yourself.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take a bite. But if I bite right now, I'm not gonna be able to finish talking. Let me try to
Sure.
ask you some questions, and then I'm gonna go for that too. But man, oh man, do they actually smell good? Can you smell them too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can get in there for sure. Wow, no, you can smell it right out of there. That's unbelievable. Where do we get the products? Because we want to get these things. We want to make sure we get these in our hands.
Sure. So right now the easiest way is odenskitchen.com. We're in talks with some local meat markets right now, but not going to name anybody just yet. So hopefully soon in a store near you. And then you can find us on social media, Instagram, Oden's Kitchen 916. Everywhere else is Oden's Kitchen, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
I love that. All right,
Website, odenskitchen.com.
odenskitchen.com. We have a special, you can see the bottom of our screen right there too. 10% off we're doing?
Yes.
You guys are doing?
Yeah, 10% off, Studio40 on checkout.
Oh, that's simple. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any cooking tips? Because you're also, you cook, but you got the spices. Do we put it on before? Do we put it on afterwards? 'Cause I know
Sure.
people always have that question.
Yeah, I always like to put it on before. So if you're cooking on the smoker or the grill, I like to season ahead of time, let it sit for at least 30 minutes prior. And then if you're doing some veggies, roasted vegetables, get it mixed in with some olive oil. Always mix it.
I think the olive oil really kind of maybe brings out some flavor.
Yeah, it's a good binder too. It keeps that seasoning with the veggies.
I love that. Do you have a favorite one, or do you just love them all? Is there one of your favorites?
It depends on what we're cooking. I personally like the steak seasoning. I don't know, what's your go-to at home?
The basic, honestly, we've gotten so much positive feedback about it. Yep, that's the one that people can't keep stocked in their shelf. And so, because you can essentially put it on anything you would put salt and pepper on, right? To enhance the flavor a little bit.
Perfect.
You can add that too, so.
All right. That's going in my back pocket. I've got one.
Go ahead.
Good to go.
Take it
All right,
home.
I'll pay these guys later for sure. No, I got to get one of these. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? Thanks you guys for coming in. That's great. All right, Oden's Kitchen. They've got all the spices, and you've got to have some good spices when you're doing the cooking. 916-316-7969. Give these guys a call and get your food spiced up.